Good morning, everybody. It's Flicky, and welcome to day one of the Clean Eating Challenge. I'm really happy that you're all here. And if you haven't if you haven't done so yet, please go to the files section of this page and take a look at the different food lists and recipe ideas and such. And please feel free to comment with any questions that you might have. Today, what I want to go over is the basics of clean eating. And basically, clean eating, the first and biggest step is eat whole foods. Eat foods with one ingredient: chicken, broccoli, yams, bananas, things with one ingredient in them. Anything else is usually a processed type of food and has a lot of extra ingredients that our bodies just don't need. And when we weigh our bodies down with a lot of stuff that's not needed and not necessary, it makes it work really, really hard to detoxify our system of those things that we don't need. So that's step number one. Step number one, eat whole foods whenever possible. Step number two, organics. Now, do you have to buy everything organic? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post a list below of the Clean 15 is what we call them. And these are foods that really have low risks of pesticides on them. And then the Dirty Dozen, which are mainly your skinned fruits like apples and cucumbers, things like that. But I'm going to post a list of these things down below so that you have a good idea of what kinds of things you need to be organic. All right, now next, GMOs. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of the GMO movement that's going on right now, but GMO stands for genetically modified organism. That means that a food that was once whole has now been modified and it's grown in an unnatural way. And there's big push has been to at least allow people to be able to recognize what has been altered, so that, because these are like regular foods like corn, soy, zucchini, yellow squash, things like this have all been modified and are now grown in an unnatural way, and people have no idea. So what you want to do is look for the non-GMO label, and I will post that label as well, where you can see what, so you can see what that looks like as well. 4, healthy fats. So everybody's like, this is the one everybody's scared about, going, I can't eat fat. We grew up in that era where, Susan Powers with the hair and everything said fat was making you fat. Well, that's not exactly true. Saturated fats, trans fats, totally bad for your body. Clogs up your arteries, and your body doesn't know what to do with trans fats. So it just kind of hangs out there and causes all kinds of problems. So you want to avoid saturated fats and trans fats. However, we do need a certain amount of healthy fats in order to make your body function right. If you're having GI issues and you get constipated a lot and things like that, and digestion in general, you need healthy fats to help your body do that. And that's where a lot of your GI issues come from, is people that avoid all fats altogether, not going to have them. So do we need a lot? No, we don't need a lot. But things that you can incorporate into your diet that are examples of healthy fat are your extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin coconut oils. Coconut oils, if you do some research on coconut oil, you're going to find some amazing things that coconut oil can do for your life. And it's not just for inside your body, but outside your body as well. So maybe I'll post a link about the benefits of coconut oils as well while we're in here. Avocados and omega-3s. Omega-3s are big for heart health. Those are your, oily fishes and things like that. So don't mind the dog in the background. She has to bark at everything that's going on around here. So tip number 5. We're already at number 5. Now, avoid excess. What is it? What am I going to say? Sugar. Sugar is the enemy. Sugar is bad. Now, are all sugars bad? No. Once again, a sugar in its natural state, like when you eat an orange or a peach or something like that, those your body knows what to do with, and you're eating the fiber and everything else that goes along with it when you're eating the skins, and your body processes it in an entirely different way. And when you eat processed sugars, your white sugars, your whole not your white pastas and things like that. Your body breaks it down very, very quickly. And if it's not used immediately, it is stored as fat in your body. So your body doesn't really have a chance to do it. So you see these athletes that are carb loading and they're eating these big old plates of spaghetti and pasta and everything else. That's okay for them because they're going to go run it off and they need it to fuel their body for energy. Us people who sit in an office all day, I know I'm one of them, we don't need any of that. And those are the things to avoid at all cost. White processed sugars. So this was huge for me because everything I like is processed sugar. But you know what? When you stop eating those things and you start replacing it with things that are healthy for your body, your mind says, oh my gosh, I'm not craving that sugar anymore because you've given me nutrients throughout the day and now I'm not searching for food. And we're going to talk more about that on another day because that's really big. But when you have cravings, it's your body searching for something that it needs. And it's not usually that ice cream and it's not usually those donuts, but it's craving nutrients, and that's why you get cravings. And your body craves what it's used to having. So, like I said, another conversation for another day, but sugars, naturals are okay. Nothing white and refined. If you like a little sweetener in your drink, you can't go without the sweetness of your coffee or your iced tea or anything. Like, I've learned to drink everything plain. And if I do want a little sugar, like on my yogurt and berries, I use stevia. And you can't use just your regular stevia that's sitting next to the Sweet and Low because that has added dextrose and things in with it. You want to go to the natural section of your grocery store and buy the pure stevia leaf that's in that section of the grocery store. That stuff is super, super sweet and it only needs a little bit, but it makes things delicious and is perfectly natural, comes from the whole plant, the whole leaf, and that is okay for you to have. And number 6, and this goes along with the sugar, is what? Sodium. Sodium will make you puff up like a big balloon, and that's no good. So the American Heart Association recommends 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. So what do you need to do? You need to read those labels. You need to watch what you're consuming and try to stay underneath that level. If you have diet restrictions, by all means, do not let any of Flicky's advice trump what a doctor is telling you to do for your personal health because they know you better than I do. So to recap, we're going to eat whole foods. We are going to buy organic from the Dirty Dozen list. And we are going to eat non-GMO. We are going to incorporate healthy fats. And we are going to avoid excess sugar and sodium. And cut out those white sugars, people. We really don't need them. We're not 5 years old anymore. And actually, 5-year-olds don't need them either. So if you have kids and grandkids and stuff that you say they need those Twinkies and Ho-Hos, they really don't. They do not need junk food. And they would benefit now learning all the benefits that you're learning now. Because I think most of the people in my group here today are of more mature status. Now, there are a couple young ones in here, and that's good too. But, nobody needs those processed foods. Nobody. And a lot of people have been trying to get, like they've gotten trans fats off the market. They're trying to get these processed foods off the shelves. They've tried to get cigarettes off the shelves. So that, there's no benefit for anybody to have sugar, to have these processed foods. There's no benefit for anybody to have cigarettes. But the lobbyists they control the purse strings and they control our government. So the government leaves everything there because of the money that is involved. But that is also a conversation for another day. And that's Flicky's personal opinion on that, and in no way represents anything else that I'm doing here. So if you have any questions, please comment below. When you watch this video, like the post, and then, like I said, comment below with any questions that you might have. I will post some links here so that you have those informations for reference. And I guess I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.